Alright, good morning, traders. Make sure everything's working here. Yeah, we're good to go. So, SPY going sideways this morning, looking like it's trying to hold up at this 410, 411 area. See a lot of green, a lot of volume in the market. RMED, that's interesting. Looks like it just got halted. Very low float. Put that $5. Maybe getting ready to break out here. See what we're running into. 581. 6 is resistance. Interesting. Very interesting. I like to see it pull back a little bit before it breaks here. They got better than whatever. Better earnings or something. If it can break that 100-day, it's got a lot of room to move. I'm going right here. 564. Looks like it's going to start trying to push up and maybe break here. Well, maybe not. May come back down first. Depends on what this candle does. If this candle closes green over the top of this red candle, have an engulfing candle. There we go. Okay, well, there's a little bit of an engulfing candle. Let's see if this one can push up. We need big buying volume to come in here and push us over 6. This is going to break out. If not, it's going to have to curl back down. Good morning, Bimmer Boy. There we go. Starting to break here a little bit. Got to break that 580 area. Boom, there we go. Nice, nice. Let's see, we're just tested 6. Let's see if it can hit 6 again and get this break over $6. Oh, come on, just a little bit more. Let's see some 6s start showing up on this level. Oh, that's a good close. There we go. Boom. Nice explosion up over 6. Let's see if this really gets going here. It's got to hold 6 if it's really going to take off. We just hit a new high at 620, so we could have a pullback here after hitting this new high. That's what we've been seeing a lot lately in the market, is stocks hitting new highs and then pulling back. But if we can hold above 6, that'll confirm this breakout of this triangle. So we'll see right here on this candle. And coming back down a little bit. That's what I'm saying. That's probably going to be the pullback here. Just don't want it to dump. No. We do need to get back over that 580 area. We don't want to keep getting held up at the 580 area. Now, this candle needs to push up. If this candle drops back down here, then this is going to be a failed breakout. Hello, Angelica. Good morning. Need to break this little downtrend on the 1 minute here. So we're going to have to retest 6. So we need this to curl up right here in the next couple of minutes. Just trying to hold 550 as support. See, we're going to break this little downtrend. Looks like we might. See, we're getting held up right at that 100-day at 580. You see some buying come back in. I'm seeing more selling at the moment. People locking in profits. We got to break this downtrend. If we don't break this downtrend here and we start pushing back down again, this is going to dump. Yeah, we may be about to dump here. 550 absolutely has to hold up here. This is going to dump. Let me look at this on the 5. Yes, on the 5 minute, if this can hold 550 here, as long as this candle stays above 550, we can see the curl over. This candle's fixing to close in 30 seconds. Really like to see it push back up towards that 580 area, but I don't know if it's going to do it. I'm feeling a little heavy here. 560 acting as some resistance. We got to break that down right away. There we go. Okay, on the 5 minute, if this candle can come back up to 6 and test 6 and break over 6, we should be good to go. Oops. See, we're making this curl up to 6. That's not good. Back at this 5-minute. See, do we have a trend line starting? No. If we had a trend line, we just broke it. This may pull back all the way to 5. This is really struggling to get over that $6 area. We got that one little quick pop, but this is looking like another fake out breakout. Just cannot get anything to break out lately. Did exactly what I said we could have done, is quick little pop over that resistance and then selling off afterwards. And give us a chance though to try to come back up. Come on, 2-minute chart go. I like my 2-minute chart. Took my 2-minute chart off at some point. Let's see here. Intraday, 2-minute, 5-day. There we go. That looks a lot better on the 2-minute. LHDX possibly. Let's pop over and look real quick. Yeah, there's a possibility. It's got room to run too. Nice little uptrend. So if you played this, if you bought this off the uptrend, you're sitting all right now. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. You need to make a new higher low. If this can hold 530. Get out of here. You got pretty strong support right there. Building at that 532. But if that 532 area cracks, this will continue to sell off. This needs to come up off of this area. Need to stop testing all these support levels. Keep testing support. Yeah, see it. See, this is good. Until we break this downtrend, it's going to continue to sell off. So we need to back up testing the downtrend. If it doesn't come back up, This 525 is kind of the last area. So if it comes all the way back down to 5, we're not building a higher low. We need this area to hold. We need to build a higher low here. Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought it was gonna have a little bit more. I mean, it broke out strong for a good 30 seconds there, but then it just pulled back. Like I said, if this can build a higher low, then we could see another test of 6. It just needs to hold up and stop crashing through support areas. It's like LHDX is working out for you guys right at the moment. If LHDX starts taking off, this is gonna sell off the rest of the way. But I did have that thought, Master Cool. You're not wrong. I thought that in my head at 620. I was thinking I should probably just take this and take it as a little scalp. Did a nice LHDX over 7, so nice job, you guys who are killing it over there on LHDX. Just got to get back over 532 here. This 532 can't hold as resistance. That's not going to be good. Yeah, this may be done. It's starting to look real weak. The fact it can't. Oh, there we go. Quick little pop, just got it back over. Now we're up to the downtrend. Let's see if it can get back above this downtrend. Then we'll be alive again. Nice job. One life, yeah. LHDX over 7 now. So we're testing this downtrend now. Got to break over this downtrend, which means we got to get back over 550, and then start pushing up to that $6 area again. We are starting to break over 550 a little bit here. There we go. At 550 crack. See, what do we got? Minute and a half on this candle to close. Got to break back above. Got to start holding above 550. This stock here. Master Cool, my exit strategy. I mean, I've only risked like $20 so far, 25 at most. But this is one of those ones that has potential for a big breakout. So although I did hold through this, I'm not risking that much money in reality. Now, if I was looking, if this was like 1,000 shares, then there was no way I would have held it down this long. But because it's only 50 shares, I'm willing to give it a chance to try. I'm willing to risk that $20 because if it breaks over 6, it's got a lot of room to run. I'm risking like $20 to possibly make 100 or a couple of $100. Because this is extremely low float. This is only 3 million. So if it can break over 6, it can really get going. Problem is if it can even get back up there, it's struggling. Struggling this 550 area now. Let's see what we got. 30 seconds on this candle. Needs to push back up. Now I see the percentage gain too. I understand I was up 10%, you know. That's what I was up, was 10%. When it hit 620. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna argue with you that, you know, it's always good to lock out profits. You know, I absolutely could have locked it out at 620, and that probably would have been the smartest move. But like I said, I'm looking for. This has potential for a very big breakout, so I'm just holding. As long as we don't drop too low, I'm willing to risk a 20% loss for 100, you know, 100 or a 50 to 100% gain. That's still a 2-to-1 ratio, risk ratio at worst. Move that line for now. We're starting to make a big curl up. That's what we want to see, if this can continue to curl back up to 6. Big old U shape possibly forming. Taylor, bro, this is RMED, but make your own decisions. Do not hop in this just because I am in it. This easily could turn around. This is a 3 million in float stock, so it very, very easily can switch directions in a matter of seconds. I wouldn't say it's gonna be on luck. I mean, the stock is still in an upward direction, moving. It's not sold off. It's just consolidating sideways. This is consolidation. As long as it stays in the consolidation and doesn't crack out of the consolidation, then it's fine. But we just built higher lows right here. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. And we've built higher highs. Higher high there, higher high there. So could it turn around now? Yeah, absolutely. But breakouts come from out of consolidation. When you have consolidation, either breaks up or down at the end of the consolidation. We're getting close to kind of the end of this consolidation. This candle is not pretty, but as long as we can hold up, see it start to turn around. I mean, it was almost making a U shape, but that's done now. We got this little downtrend, this little pivot point on this candle. So we gotta break this new downtrend. This might be a trend line starting to form here, maybe. Looks like a trend line. And like I said, the overall direction is moving up. There we go, back over, almost back over 580. We're testing this 100-day again. Let's see if it can get through there. See, we are struggling with this area a little bit. That's expected. Well, there we go. A little break over 585. There was a lot of selling there, but they all got taken out. See if buying continues to increase. If we continue to get this buying volume bar increasing here, we'll have this $6 breakout. This should be a strong breakout. If it doesn't break out here, then it's going to be done. Basically next 5 minutes, this $6 breakout needs to happen. And a big breakout. We need to see big buying volume, like just slam right through 6 and just go. So here's some selling pressure still below 6. Testing 6, getting a little ooh, we're starting to get bids stacking at 6 already. Here we go. We're gonna get frisky here. Are you feeling frisky finally? If bids continue to stack at 6 and hold $6, this will rip. If it cracks back below 6, then it'll have to consolidate more, but yeah, taking that 610 out. There we go. Looking good. Just hit a new high, 626. 630. Let's see, where are we going to? We going to 650? We're going to get halted here. Some may call it luck. I prefer to call it, well, luck. Yeah, sounds good. Oh, no, we didn't halt. I thought we were getting halted. Oh, little sneaky girl, huh? God, I thought that was getting halted right there. I stopped and took my eyes off the screen for half a second. I swore that was getting halted. There was so many bids coming in there, and the level 2 wasn't moving. Let's see if buying keeps coming in here. If it keeps coming in on this candle, we'll push for a new high. No, pulling back down again. We're doing the same damn thing. Hitting a new high and then pulling back. Just cannot get these big breakouts right now. I mean, that was a good breakout. Break over 6 up to 37, but just not holding 6. If it doesn't get back above 6 here in the next couple of minutes, I'm getting out because actually, if it can hold 580, if it can hold above the 100-day moving average, then that's fine. Well, this definitely isn't going to go to a penny. If it does need to get back above 580, we gotta hold above 580 and get back above 6 here in very shortly. Have a look on the 5-minute. Yeah, see on the 5-minute we're making this big triangle. Let's get out of here. Oh, okay, I can see the trend line a lot better on the 5-minute here. Here's the trend line. It's right there. There we go. Okay. Oh, shit, what'd I just do? Oh, I just sold 10. Okay, well, I just locked out 10 there on accident, so that should make you guys somewhat happy. I locked out some profit. I see you guys over there. I know what I said yesterday. We're still moving up though. We're still moving in an uptrend. We're still making new higher lows and new higher highs. This is still bullish. And like I said on the 5-minute, we still got this triangle that's trying to break right now. This could be a big triangle breakout. This will be, we come back up to 6. This will be the third test, and if it doesn't break on this third test, then I want to get out. But if it can come back up, test 6 one more time, and break out, then we should be good to go. Yeah, buyers could get tired, and that's why I'm watching the level 2 and the time and sales, making sure that buyers are coming in consistently and they're not getting wore out yet. I mean, at this point, we're just waiting for new buyers to come in and push this over this triangle. A little bit of selling there at 585 again. You break that 585. There we go. What do you always say when live? Low float sex scandals. I'm day trading this. I don't really care about it being in a downtrend the whole entire year. I only care about what it's doing right here today. Appreciate it though. You guys are so concerned for me. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm being serious. That's really nice of you guys to really be that concerned about me and this me and this super low float stock here. Looks like we're going to test 6 again. Getting real close. A little bit of selling at 5.95. Let's see if buyers keep coming in here. Let's see. Oh, we're lighting up red. We need to light up green. At 585 holding up again. Trend line is almost caught up with my entry. Little selling at 590. We've gotten a lot of sellers out of the way in this consolidation. We just aren't seeing new buying come in on a large level yet. Because back here it did have a volume candle that was 4 million. This one was only 2.5 million, which is still a lot, but we need to see another one of these big 4 million volume candles. So we're testing 6 again. I'm going to get ready to lock out if it doesn't break 6 here in the next couple of minutes. This is going to be that third test. Or we're kind of we're really in the third test here. There we go. Starting to get bids stacking at 590. Here we go. Here comes the test right here. See, we got, 45 seconds left on this candle. Got to test and break on this next 45 seconds or the next minute of this next candle. If we start dropping back below if we drop back below 585, it's probably done. Trying to still trying to hold that 590. But we need to stop testing these support areas and start testing. Here we go. Here it comes. Here comes the test. Let's see, are we going to get the break? Starting to break a little. You see a little bit bigger buying volume start to come in here. There we go. There we go. Now we're starting to break again. Now we're getting hung up at 615 a little bit. There we, well. We're going to push for a new high. Getting real close to pushing for a new high here. Let's see if buying volume keeps coming in or not. Yeah, getting real close. Real close. If we push for a new high, it could get frisky, but it also could just get knocked back down really quick. A little bit all over the place at the moment. Let's see on this candle. We're going to get rejected here. We close back under. That's not a good sign. I think I'm about to get out of this. Give it half a second to try to hold up this 590 area. See, the downtrend's at 573. So actually, I'm just gonna put a stop loss for the rest of it here at 573. That way, I'm guaranteed a win on this at this point. If it cracks, it cracks, and if it continues to go back up and follow this trend line and test 6, then we're good to go. But no more stress on me. More than likely, because it didn't break there, it's probably going to crack unless that was just a little quick shakeout. If it comes right back up over 6, let's see, we got 30 seconds for this candle to close. If this candle can close over 590 and then buying volume comes back in, we can see it break over 6. But if it doesn't close over this 100-day at least, see, buyers are trying to keep it up off the trend line. We're getting squeezed tighter and tighter in this triangle tip as well. Alright, let's see if it holds up here. Now the breakout, ooh, that was a big buyer that came in at 590. 25,000 shares if he can stay in there. He's getting taken out. Trend line is trying to hold. $585 doesn't hold here and it cracks. That's it. I'm going to move my stop loss up a little bit more. think I did. Yeah, moved a little bit. Let's see, I may get stopped out here. $5.85 cracking. Got 30 seconds for it to hold above it right here. To get back above 5.85, or at least hold the trend line. But that rejection there, I got stopped out there. But what I was about to say is this, we didn't make a higher high this time. So we were making higher highs, but this time we fell short and never pushed for that new high. So when it couldn't break over that new high, that right there is a good indicator that's probably going to turn back around. But as long as you're building higher lows and higher highs, you're good to go. This may... Let's see what this is going to do. This may have dropped down real quick. I did get stopped out. But this may be a little shakeout still. It is below the triangle now. Looks like it's going to crack the triangle pretty hard, but if it gets back in that triangle, it could still break. How's LHDX doing? So LHDX cracking that trend line. That's coming back down. EYES looking interesting. Got to break 6 as well. That could be a possible play here. Yeah, RMED down to 565, so it's done. Should do have this little trend line on EYES. And do have a downtrend as well. $5.75 is where the 100-day is. I left a whole $20 on the table. I have support and resistance lessons in the day trading playlist, the day trading lessons playlist, so go check that out because there's way more than support and resistance at highs and days. You want to be making your support and resistance at price levels where several candles hit at the same area. So like right here, you can see these two candles, this candle, these two candles, this candle, this little area. All that area is resistance. So you could draw your line right across there and you know that 630-ish is resistance. But then there's slope and resistance like this downtrend. There's indicator resistance, past chart history. You look back at the chart and see if there's anything. But yeah, that's a whole lesson you have to go and watch in the day trading lesson list. There's a little support in this 585 area. I think I may take a shot on eyes here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot for the $6 break. That $6 break is major resistance and it's at the downtrend. So breaking $6, this could get up to 618 pretty easily, but that area where it was support and pre-market, that's going to be a lot of resistance as well. And then, like I said, the top of that, basically got these two. We got a resistance zone that needs to break. Whoops. Now, if it can break through those areas, it's got room up to 689. So we shall see here. Starting to come up and test right now. Getting some bids starting to stack at 6. So see if 6. Yep, they just all got taken out. And then see 6 break here. We're testing hard. Just need to see more buying volume. See, we're not getting a ton of buying volume at the moment. The most we got recently was almost a million, about 3/4 of a million. So we need to see a big buying volume bar up to a million to push this up. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's see if we can push to 615 now. See, buying's increasing. Still not quite to a million on a candle yet. This candle's fixing to close. If this candle can close over 6, should be good to keep going. A lot of sellers at 608 for some reason. Not exactly sure what that's about. Just a little resistance right through there. Need to see 6 hold. And 6 is trying to hold a support. Buyers trying to buy it up off of 6. See if I can continue to hold it. Yeah, very nice. So at this point, I'm going to put a stop loss in here at 595, and I will take this profit one way or the other. If it turns back around and cracks 6 and drops, I'll be out with a tiny little profit. If it keeps going up, then we'll be good to go. See 6 still trying to hold the bids. I like that. I like that. I like some more buying coming in. We're getting some bigger orders starting to stack. So we got 20 seconds for 6 to hold up here. I didn't realize I've not been trading on my 2-minute chart. I like the 2-minute the best. I don't know what happened to my 2-minute chart. Let's see if we get through 608 here. Still struggling with this 608 area. You can do it. Oh, there you go. And through 610. Let's see if it can push up to that 615 area. You're nothing but 5 cents away, buddy. You got it. You got it. You can do it. And a little sound at 610. Nice little resistance there. And we're still testing 610. Move my stop loss up a little more. If I can get it to move. See, come here. Come here! It's not listening. There we go. Alright, looks like we're going to get this 610 break here in a minute. If it keeps testing like this, this is good. We're not testing support right now. We're testing resistance. That's what we want to see. We're looking for these breakouts. We want the price to stay at resistance and not dropping back down to support a whole bunch of times like on that last play. So we're having a little pullback, trying to test that 605-ish area. But this is why I liked EYS, because it was right here. You got the 100-day here, and the 9 EMA here, and then the 200's way down here. So the only resistance ahead is this $7 area. If it can break through this big area here, the 630 area is going to be real tough. We did just test 615. See if we can break through that. Still getting it. You can see the increase in buying volume here on the volume chart. A couple little red volume bars, but majority green volume bars. So we are getting pretty bullish. But it did reject. It did get rejected hard at 615. So that could be it for this guy. I'm going to move my stop loss up. Come on, I'm trying to move my stop loss up. It's hard to move. It's hard to move these stop losses like a couple of pennies. Click. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it, stop loss. I've got faith in you. You can move. There we go. I got a hold of them that time. Put it at 598. There we go. So as long as 6 holds, I'm going to hold. Well, that's doing its thing. Let's take a look around at some stuff because I'm not concerned about it now. I got a stop loss in. If I get stopped out, it'll still be a small profit. If it keeps running, very nice. So, but at this point, I don't really have to pay that much attention to it. So, SPY. Ooh, look at there. See, as I was saying yesterday, the SPY coming back down more than likely to this 406 area. We'll see if the market keeps dumping or not. Let's see what we got here. Get back up here. RMED has found support. Let's see, we can get that trend line out of there, but you can see this is a nice little channel play. RMED has found support there, so you may see another test to 6. Yeah, I just got stopped out on eyes, so little profit, but better than a loss. Got up to that 615 area and got rejected there. I probably should have took it there at 615, but it was looking pretty good. But whatever, it doesn't matter. 2 small little wins. LEDS looks pretty bad. I'm gonna take that off. See my swing. My swing is still in the triangle. Actually, my swing is getting ready to break the triangle here. Maybe today. Very close. But yeah, keep an eye on RMED. This sideways consolidation is nice consolidation. It could try to break again. Let's see what else is happening. LHDX, that's done. Just selling off. It's a good job, you guys who got in and got out of that before it sold off. SDPI, it's a little sketchy-ish looking, but it is pretty low float. It is on an uptrend. It's got room up to 144. But that's one to keep an eye on. Let's see, WISA had a big pop. It's interesting, the market is dropping and we had some pretty good volume this morning. Eyes is back over 6, so it stopped me out. Just came down to stop me out. That's all it did. So eyes still a possible play. It is holding above 6. It just wanted to be a little a-hole and stop me out. It's one little tail wick. It's all the time. It's all the time with these stocks. Put in an actual stop loss and they stop me out. But if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or concerns, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 30 more minutes here. I'll answer any questions anybody has, or if you guys want to debate about how bad my trading is, that is also allowed too. There's the break. There it comes, of course. Of course. Why would it not? I love it. Anybody get in on EYES besides me? may break through this resistance here at 630. This is a tough area. I would expect it to get hung up here, but it did come up to it and test it for a split second. No, because it sucks balls. Really, one think so? I mean, it ran 30-something cents when I got into it. Or after I got into it, I just got stopped out on that little stupid tail. To avoid false breakouts, you pretty much... Well, the best thing you can do is get an entry near support. Especially in this choppy market. So, like, on RMed, a good support area was $5 after it broke out. When it came back down to 5, you could have took a possible entry there at 5 and then put your stop loss, like $4.95 or $4.90, risk about 10 cents. Actually, yeah, $4.90 probably would have been fine. And that way you're real close to support, and when it does break up to resistance, if you see it not start breaking out, like you start seeing selling pressure come in and pushing the candles back down, then you could lock out. So having that entry closer to support is probably the better idea, especially in these market conditions. But you can see this was a fake out breakout twice up here. And I got in towards the mid-range price. So I was kind of risking a lot more being in the mid-range because it could always drop right back down to this. And that is what happened right there. We got that first fake out breakout, and then it dropped all the way back down. But that 525 area, something like that, ended up holding up again. So, like, I wouldn't take the entry on this right here, especially out of a halt. I think that was a halt. Yeah, I got halted twice on the way up, it looks like. So, like, I wouldn't take the entry off of the first sell-off. Wait and see if let it come back above support. And then maybe take it there on this green candle, or wait for this green candle to close. That's another thing, too, is looking at the candle. Like, the timing of the candles closing, like this one right here, pushed all the way up to here, but if you would have just went off of this candle before it closed, then you wouldn't have known that it was going to be a fake out breakout. But as soon as the candle starts coming back down and it closes right below that resistance and opens up right below that resistance, well, that's a pretty good indicator that it's probably going to come back down, because you want to see more of a break like this. Like, this didn't get hung up. It broke through the 6 and closed above it. That's strong resistance area. But then on the next candle, it did come back down. So, like, that's why I was saying you want it to hold $6 support, because the whole thing with trading is you're looking for where buyers and sellers are going to be at. It's all supply and demand. So simply enough, the whole reason that I traded, look at that, EYS, all the way up to 660. Stopping me out right before the big run, you little a-hole. What was that about this play one life? What was you saying again? But anyway, back to this little lesson. So you're looking for new areas for people to come in and buy at. You want more buyers than sellers. So right through here, we didn't have hardly any sellers. We just went straight up. So there's nothing there. That's too much buying unless you're looking at this in pre-market, which not really sure why you would be at this point down here at 431. But that was a resistance area. You see that candle hit there? You got this little pivot point.
So pivot points are places where the prices hit at resistance and then pivot and turn back the other way. So they run up, hits resistance, push back down. So we're going sideways at this point, and you want to wait to see if this was going to break out, and then maybe you could have got it at the break of this resistance line early, but that's still, to me, that would have been too early. You'd have had to buy it right at the beginning of market open, and at the beginning of market open, stocks can go either way. So at that point, there's no reason why you would really get in it. But then once you see that all this buy-in came in and it pushed up and got halted twice, now you just want to see a new area of support built, because support is just an area where buyers are sitting at. So you want to see buyers come in at a new area. So it did do that right here. It built a little support right there. There's a little pivot point. So this is a pivot point. We go straight up, hit it, turn around, come back down. Found support there, bounced off, pivot, turned back up. Then we got a higher pivot point. So it's a higher high. Right? We got a high here, new high there. So there was buyers that were willing to come in here and buy this at this area. And then those buyers turned into sellers up at this area, and anybody else who was bag holding or whatever are selling through this area. So when those new buyers turn into new sellers, you've got to see a new round of buyers come in to hold up that $6 support area. So right here, because old resistance can turn into new support, that is what you'd want to see happen. And if this old resistance here doesn't become new support, if there's not buyers at this level to hold it up, then you're going to get that fake out breakout. There's too much selling pressure right through here. So once again, pivot point, sold off, but then pivoted again right here, and this pivot is even higher, right? So this pivot, get out of here, get out of here. This pivot point's right there at that 502 area. This pivot point's at 521. So buyers once again came in, new buyers, and made this area support hold. They were like, nah, we like this. So through here so far, you're building these higher lows and these higher highs, which means that buyers are winning the tug of war. So up to your next level, pivot here, turn back up, and we hit this new high. Right? So high here, and new high here. And then it pivoted again, and this time it came right to here. And that support tried to hold. Buyers came back in looking for this to break again. Now, when the buyers saw this not break, when they saw this candle start to close back under this pivot point, it couldn't break over that pivot point of resistance. Sellers started to smush it down. That's when the buyers gave up. They were like, nope, we're no longer holding this right here. We're tired of this. We tried to push it up, and the buyers gave up, and now you got this sell-off. So as long as you're looking at the price action, take all these higher lows and all this stuff out, these pivot points. As long as you're looking at the price action, you know your resistance is right through there. That's your main area. That's where the old buyers keep turning into new sellers, and other bag holders are selling, and maybe shorters are sitting out above this area. So we get that nice consolidation, little tug of war between the buyers and sellers, and that tug of war is showing that the buyers are winning until they stopped winning right here. When this did not break out for a new high, the buyers they stopped winning the tug of war. They were no longer building higher highs. So they gave up, and then You can see right. I mean, you can see it in real time. Could not break over to make the new high, and then sold off right after. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong in life. The higher the time frame that you see resistance and support on, the stronger support and resistance it's going to be. But I'm just talking about, like, I wasn't expecting none of these areas to be massive support. When we're looking in the intraday and we're looking for these day trading movements up, in the price action, we want to see it building new support. It may not be support that's going to hold forever, but in this short term time period, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for support to continue to go to build at higher levels. I mean, on a very simple level, if support is there and then it's here and then it's here, I mean, that's pretty obvious that the floor is going up. That looks like an elevator or stairs. So you're stair stepping your way up on these pivot points of support. And then eventually you'll get to either a big breakout or you'll get a sell off. So, I'm not expecting these support lines to hold for a whole day or anything. I'm just looking for them to keep building, keep stair stepping up, and that's what we did. Step, step, step. And then we ran into a ceiling with our head, and we got bonked on the head and knocked back down. EYS, I'm going to take all these lines out. All these support and resistance lines. Look at this, all the way up. What I say, if it could break through that 630, it could get all the way up to 7. That was a nice rip. So same thing here with EYS. Do we have a staircase? We got a pivot point there. Where's the next pivot point? Pivot point there. Where's the next pivot? Pivot point there. Next pivot right there. So what do we got? We got a nice little elevator. Look at that. You're just riding the elevator. This is literally almost the exact same looking pattern as RMED, except RMED gave up, right? The elevator just ran into a wall, whereas ICE, the elevator kept going until it just shot through the roof. So it's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I think. Don't they ride in an elevator? The time traveling elevator? Well, when they, or no, it's a elevator. What am I saying? Am I saying elevator? It's an escalator. That's what I mean to say. I don't know what I've been saying this whole time, but an escalator. That's what I mean. So think of this as like the escalator. You're going up those moving stairs, nice and easy. That's what you're looking for, is these nice and easy escalator plays. And then once you get to the next floor of the mall, if you got to go, if it's a 3-story mall, there may be another escalator you got to get on, or you have to get in an elevator to go to the rooftop. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for these healthy movements like this. And that may be even an easier way to look at it and trade it, really. Instead of drawing out all these support and resistance lines, just draw out pivot points. Because there's one resistance pivot point. There's the next resistance pivot point. There's the next resistance pivot point. And right there's the next resistance pivot point. So you're just climbing. Just nice little elevator steps. Or escalator steps. And then boom. But when you got escalator steps, it's either going to be boom up or it's going to be boom down like RMED. Literally same thing. So yeah, hopefully that made it clear, somewhat clear. But yeah, getting the best entries, like getting it, like you don't want to buy at the pivot point. I've been doing that a lot, trying to buy the resistance breaks, and in this choppy market, it's not working. So you don't want to buy the pivot points right now. You want to wait, look for that new pivot point of support to hold up. So right there we get this candle that turns green. And then on that next level, we got it at like 573 with a stop loss at 567 right under there. So about an 8 cent stop loss. Because if it drops below this pivot point, it's no longer making new highs. But if it holds above it, then you see you get that nice explosion. And you could literally just continue to move your stop loss and put it under every single pivot point if you wanted to be really safe. So you get in at 573, it rips up, you're still holding. You wait for it to make this new pivot point, drag your stop loss up. Holds, 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 holds. New pivot point, drag your stop loss up. And that's probably what I should have done, is actually looked at it this way. I wasn't really looking at it this way. I mean, I was the higher low thing, but looking at it at pivot points makes it a little bit more clear, I think. Yeah, nice, definitely a nice crazy day in the market. Definitely some heat going on. But yeah, we'll give the stream about 13 more minutes here, 13, 15 more minutes. So I'm going to take a quick breather, and then we'll be back if there's any more questions or anything. H&H Trader, I haven't forgot about you either, buddy, on the thing. I'm going to be hitting you up soon here. So no worries there, my friend. Just been very busy. But look, now EYS, pivot point there. And then we had this pivot point of support right here. And what's happening right now? We're testing that pivot point of support. So if this support doesn't hold up here, if this pivot point doesn't hold up, then it's going to sell off. If this pivot point can hold up and it breaks up and makes a new high, then we'll have a new high pivot point. So it'll still be making, the elevator or the escalator up. But yeah, give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, man, there was night. Hey, look, a couple people got some likes up. Thanks, H&H Trader, getting some people to hit that like button for me while I was gone. We were up to 19 people. People they just don't like me. They don't like me. Ah. They like John Zadar better. Very nice. IHTR Med and WISA. Very nice, H&H Trader. It's a good It's a good, pretty decent hot market today. Oh look, I'm getting nice. That has got to be Daniel B. There is no way that's not Daniel B. you even got the Alabama Trader picture on there. I like it. I like it. That's not me in that picture though. That's the Alabama Trader. That's Penny Stock PJ. I know we look kind of similar, but it's got to be Daniel B. I like it though, Daniel. I like this. That's a good troll. That's a good troll. That makes me laugh. Instead of needling me all day about my trading, that's a good way to get me. If it's not Daniel B, I'll be very shocked. But that's a good one. Whoever did it, if it's not Daniel B, very nice job. That's pretty funny. Good stuff. Very nice. Very nice. So EYS is still trying to hold this support area. It did crack for a minute, but it's currently kind of in a downtrend. If it can hold that little support area, then it could, possibly break out here. Could try to break 7. The 50-day is at 7. So right now it's just kind of consolidating, but it does need to come up and test that previous high. Is that where you've been the last 2 days, Daniel B? Is making a fake profile to troll the chat with? It took you 2 days to do that, man? Very nice. If any of you guys are interested in investing in silver, that video is up. That video posted at 6:30 this morning. You can also see some of my silver portfolio. There's a lot of information in that video. A lot of tips to keep from getting sold fake silver, and where you can find silver at and all of that. So a lot of information in that video. And I missed the crypto update on the other channel yesterday because I was editing that video. That video literally took me hours and hours to edit. It took me all day yesterday to edit that video because there were so many pieces to it. That's not DB. He's on vacation. That doesn't mean he. What do you mean? That doesn't mean that he can't make a profile in 5 minutes on his phone. Yeah, it's definitely DB. Does it take that long to answer DB and that with a question mark? Nah, man. Nah, that's Daniel. That's Daniel. You got the wrong name though. You got my name on it. You need to change it to Penny Stock PJ. You got the wrong picture with the wrong name. This DB's little brother. It's got to be Daniel B. Nobody else would take that much effort out to troll me. And then to get that picture of the Alabama trader from that video's not even on this channel. That video, that video is on the other channel. So you'd have to be following me pretty close to take that video and take that picture out of it from the other channel to come into the live stream on this channel. Like, you'd have to know. You'd have to be following me real close to figure that out. He has a second job interview at Goldman Sachs. That's good for him, man. You know, when the U.S. dollar crashes, you know, Goldman Sachs, they probably got some investments here and there. Does look like EYS may crack here. See, not quite getting back to that pivot point, but it is a little triangle, so you could see it pop out of this triangle if it can continue to hold this support area. See, where's the SPY at? The SPY is still not looking very good. I'm actually going to draw this downtrend on the daily chart, because until this downtrend breaks, the market's going to keep going down. I hate these. I hate these headlines on these articles that say this. If you invested this much in blank a year ago, here's how much you'd have now. What purpose does that serve? Like, seriously, it's time. We're going on a little rant. We're on a little rant here. I'm not going to want a long rant, but a little rant. But that does not help you at all in any way to think about how much money you could have made a year ago. Or I'll see them say, like, here's how much money if you would have invested in Apple in the dot-com bubble you would have made. Like, that's not helpful to anybody. It's not information. Same, look, Alibaba stock a year ago. Same thing. Like, that's not helpful at all. That's just nonsense. Let's see. What do we got? I haven't looked at much of the news headlines lately, so let's take a look. Let's see how much how quick I stop reading these, because I get irritated with how dumb it is. So Biden is open to waiving shipping restrictions to allow foreign tankers to transport fuel to areas. Let's just pull this up. With shortages due to what? Colonial Pipeline cyber attack. White House says, but stopped short of saying admin would grant them whatever. So that's a dumb press release. It's like, basically Biden saying, we're thinking about doing something. Like, okay, that's great. Good to know. I'm glad you're thinking about it. Let's see. CPI data showed increase in U.S. inflation, which has weighted on stocks. Surprise, surprise. Who would have ever thought that was going to happen? Fed Clarita says, as we go through the year, we'll assess data and communicate well in advance about any taper decision. Yeah, probably not. They're probably not going to tell us when they start tapering, because that's going to everybody is already nervous about them tapering. So the moment they say, "Hey, we're going to start tapering," you're basically throwing the red flag up and saying, "Hey, everybody, sell your stocks." See, Republicans did something within their party. It sounds about right. They're never really doing much. 71% of stations in Metro Charlotte are without gasoline. Now, how... Didn't Trump just buy like fill all the reserves of oil like last year? That sounds like shenanigans. A cyber attack on a pipeline, on an oil pipeline that's got Charlotte without any gasoline. Rocket barrages from Gaza in the last few minutes against Israeli cities. Israeli cities. Okay. Crude supply not matching demand recovery. That doesn't make much sense either. All right, I'm done. Let's see where the U.S. bond yields are today. See if we've went up any at all. Yep, we have increased a little bit. Actually, that was yesterday. It hasn't updated yet for today, but 164 yesterday. And if you don't believe inflation is real, go and check the supermarket for bacon right now. Bacon's like $2 or $3 higher than it normally is. And now with a gas shortage in America from this crazy cyber attack, that's going to cause issues as well. I don't know. We may be seeing a pretty good dump on the stock market. It may be coming, the one I've been talking about. And this is a pretty steep downtrend at the moment. It has held the 50-day about every time. So that 50 days is going to be the big deal. If it cracks that 50-day and we test the 100-day, the 100-day more than likely would hold up. But if we keep getting bad headlines and stuff, we could see it drop below that 100-day moving average. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Like I said, I don't know how much longer they can keep holding the stock market up. We'll see. We'll see how the market does tomorrow and Friday. But, alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow. Actually, we'll be back, well, no. I don't know. I may do some live crypto trading later tonight. I'm not sure yet. But either case, we'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.